so it's finally here, the iPhone 16 Pro. We are going to be unboxing this and probably compare it to my old iPhone 15 Pro right here. Let's do it. Okay, so right off the bat. All right, so the iPhone 16 Pro lineup has 4 different colors. It's the black titanium, white titanium, natural titanium, and desert titanium. I got right here the desert titanium. It's the 16 Pro, not the Max. So let's unbox this again with the Apple fashion design of the box. Pretty much the same as the 15 Pro right here. Pretty minimal, but still feels premium. Let's unbox this. Take the that paper off right there with the arrow. There we go. Now it up. Ooh, okay. Very shiny and all. Right off the bat, I want to compare this one. I have the 15 Pro Midnight Blue right here. And honestly, it looks pretty the same. I know the specs on the camera on this one is, you know, has bumped up compared to the 15 Pro right here. But let's take it up. Take it off. Here we go. We have the desert titanium and the midnight blue. This is how both looks like. Honestly, it almost looks the same, but I don't know. It almost weighs the same, but I don't know if I feel like this is a bit heavier. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like placebo or something. But right off the bat, I can. Oh my god, it's really minimal difference right here. I can see though the camera lenses on the 16 Pro is significantly, at least it looks bigger on the right side. Yep, at least this one right here, the right camera. But anywhere else, it's the same. Now let's look at this side right here. This one is one of the main differences between the 15 Pro and the 16 Pro. We have the lock button right here. Both of them has it. And is it on the same place? Yep, it's pretty much on the same place, but we have an extra button here dedicated for the camera on the 16 Pro, while the 15 Pro doesn't have that. I think it's like where the infrared or somewhere, like in all the wireless and stuff, is located right here. It's like almost like a glass or something. And then the top, pretty much the same. The other side is also the same. So on the iPhone 16 Pro, the silent button looks a little bigger, if you can see that. So the iPhone 16 Pro is a little taller. Now, again, the silent button on the 16 Pro is slightly longer or bigger than the 15 Pro right here. Okay, so what else? At the bottom, they're pretty much the same. I don't want to peel it off yet, but yep, pretty much the same. Okay, so now time to peel this off. I want you guys to hear. Go. Currently putting my i15 Pro on focus AI mode for some reason. There's a new feature, but I digress. Before we turn this on and transfer all my data to the 16 Pro, let's get this braided cable from Apple. This is basically your charger right here. It's USB-C. Obviously they have moved to USB-C already. So take it off. Pretty much the same as the 15 Pro right here. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's feels pretty good, you know, it feels premium and all. It also looks premium, so that's it. And oh yeah, one difference I noticed in the 16 Pro compared to the past iPhones, it doesn't have the Apple sticker anymore. So bye-bye Apple sticker on that. Yep, this is only iPhone. Quick instructions manual right here. And description here, you no longer need a physical SIM card to activate eSIM during iPhone setup and all that. Yep, Apple is moving away from physical SIM cards at all and all that. So this box right here for the 16 Pro is pretty minimal. They've been slowly cutting down on, I guess, whatever they can and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe cutting cost or quote-unquote saving the environment. Yeah, but I don't know what that means at this point. Anyways, I'm going to turn this on and transfer all my data. I gotta check first as well if the backup is done. Okay, backup's done. Now we have the Apple logo right here. Now we wait. Okay, so we got all the hello languages. Swipe up. I want English. Now the iPhone 15 Pro has detected there's a new iPhone, so we are going to do that. Default is more. Okay, whatever. We're going to do all this as quick as possible, basically. So, set up new iPhone. Yes, continue on this side. Now hold your new iPhone, the camera, hitting this freaking ball of a dust looking thing. Yep, set up new iPhone, set up for me using, yep, set up for me. Passcode, okay, this one. Here we go, setting up the iPhone. Okay, so while we're doing that, let me get my MacBook Pro so we can talk about the specs on the iPhone 16 Pro. here is the difference between the iPhone 16 Pro and the 15 Pro. Basically, the size 16 Pro is 6.3 inch, while the 15 Pro is 6.1 inch. You know, they all have Super Retina XDR display, ProMotion technology, always on display, titanium texture with textured matte glass black, all that. Apple AI, this is one of the biggest updates for the 16 Pro, or at least, you know, the biggest feature. But the downside is it's actually not active right now. It's in beta mode. It might, well, yeah. It will come, at least the public release, I guess, or public beta release will be next month. So just to set your expectations, having the 16 Pro right away, the Apple AI is not going to be, you know, fully functional right off the bat, basically. So difference, iPhone 16 Pro, it has the A18 Pro chip, while the 15 Pro has the A17. Basically, they both have 6-core CPU and 6-core GPU. It's just the 18 Pro, I think they said it's, how much faster is it? Let me see. Okay, so as per WCCF Tech, well, 15% faster than the A17, the A18 Pro, while being 20% more power efficient. So A18 Pro, 15% faster, while being 20% more efficient. Okay, so I guess that's pretty good, you know, considering that there's not really much difference between the 15 Pro and the 16 Pro, to be honest with you. It's just 16 Pro is gonna be really focused and geared towards the Apple AI, which I'm excited about. But right now, trying to activate your phone, blah blah blah. We're gonna wait for that. All right, moving on. Camera control, easier way to capture, faster access to photos and videos yet because of this button and all that. 15 Pro doesn't have that. The 16 Pro has the Pro camera system. Okay, so the lenses on the 16 Pro has 48 megapixels fusion, 48 megapixels ultra wide and telephoto, while the 15 Pro has 48 megapixels main, ultra wide and telephoto. Okay, so the 48 megapixels fusion, I believe they, you know, Apple's claiming it's better, or, you know, a lot better than the 15 Pro, but, you know, we're gonna see it for, you know, we're gonna try to test it on the next videos and all that. But I cannot activate this freaking phone. Why is it not connected? All right, moving on while this is trying to get activated. Where were we? Super high resolution photos for the iPhone 16 Pro. It has 24 megapixels. Okay, try again. Let's try it again. I think the VPN was blocking it or something. Anyways, super high resolution. It has 24 megapixels and 48 megapixels, which is pretty much the same as the 15 Pro. Now, the iPhone 16 Pro has Dolby Vision up to 4K at 120 FPS. That is a big thing compared to the iPhone 15 Pro, which doesn't support Dolby Vision. And I love Dolby Vision, to be honest with you. Okay, so, and then 16 Pro has spatial photos and videos. 15 Pro only spatial videos. And then last generation photographic styles, optical zoom, pretty much the same except the last one. 16 Pro has 5x max, while the 15 Pro only has 3x. Okay, and then dynamic island, magical way to interact with iPhone, SOS, it has crash detection. Yeah, pretty much the same. They both have USB-C port, activating my carrier right here. Okay, so moving on. Super fast 5G cellular. Last generation ceramic shield, yeah, yada yada, pretty much the same. Okay, the other one, MagSafe wireless charging up to 25 watts with 30 watt adapter or higher. So the iPhone 16 Pro can support 25 watt wireless charging, while the 15 Pro doesn't. Okay, so capacity wise, they're both the same. 128 gig, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte. Display, again, 16 Pro, 6.3 inch, slightly taller or bigger over the 15 Pro, which is 6.1. Okay, complete cellular setup right here. Data privacy, Face ID. Okay, I gotta do that again. See my face right here. Okay, move. I probably need to take my glasses off. Download from iCloud. Okay, now it's downloading from iCloud. Restoring. Now, let's move back here. Okay, so 6.3 for the 16 Pro, while 15 Pro is 6.1 inch. Dynamic Island. ProMotion technology with adaptive. Okay, yeah, adaptive refresh rates. 120 hertz, about the same. Okay, interestingly, iPhone 16 Pro has 2622 by 1206 pixel resolution at 460 ppi, while the iPhone 15 Pro is 2556 by 11 79, also 460 ppi. So yeah, basically the slightly larger screen of the 16 Pro can have a slightly bigger resolution. Both have same contrast ratio, true tone display, P3 1000 nits max brightness. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. 1600 nits peak brightness HDR, and then outdoor 2000 nits. One of the difference for the 16 Pro over the 15 Pro is 1 nit minimum brightness. That is really I don't know if you guys do this, but like I use my phone when I'm trying to sleep, and when it's too bright, you know, sometimes I really have to lower it off. But 1 nit brightness, that's pretty handy, yeah, if I may, especially when you are with, you know, sleeping with a partner or something. Then you don't want this freaking glowing screen, you know, waking them up and all that. 1 nit, I like that. Okay, so for all the credit cards, I'm gonna have to add them later because I got like 17, and that's a pain in the ass. Camera control, okay, right here. Continue. Apple beta software. Yep, I want the beta software program and all that. Update. Okay. Okay, 7.18 gigabytes to update. We'll see how fast it goes. And on the 15 Pro, enjoy your new iPhone. Okay, that was done. All right, so difference in size and weight. For the 16 Pro, height is 5.89 inches, while the 15 Pro is 5.77 inches. Width for the 16 Pro is 2.81. Width on 15 Pro is 2.78. Okay, so 16 Pro is slightly wider at this time. Both have the same depth of 0.32 inch. Weight, yep, yeah, the 16 Pro is slightly heavier. I thought it was a placebo, but it is slightly heavier. Okay, splash water resistance, both are rated IP68, which is good. Apple Intelligence, yep, so this is the main I guess feature for the iPhone 16 Pro. They're really heavily marketing on this, the Apple Intelligence or Apple AI, but it's not going to be there right off the bat, like fully functioning and all that, especially the features that they are showing. It's going to be next month, and I think it still will be like beta or something. I have the beta program right here, so I've been, you know, using the Apple AI beta mode, which is good actually, but I digress. Okay, for the chip, A18 Pro chip, 6-core CPU with 2 performance and 4 efficiency. Same as the A17, 6-core CPU, 2 performance, 4 efficiency cores. GPU, same. Neural engine core, the same. The main difference, it's more efficient for the 16 Pro, hence being 15% faster. Camera, 16 Pro has the 48 megapixel fusion, you know, that's their feature, while 15 Pro doesn't have that fusion type of thing. Same aperture, 1.78 aperture, ultra wide, 48 megapixel, 2.2 aperture, the same thing. The main difference is fusion on 16 Pro. Second generation sensor shift optical, the same, all the same. Okay, so macro photography, 16 Pro it says 48 megapixels. Okay, it's always same with 40, while 15 Pro it's just saying macro photography. I'm not sure whatever that means, but we're gonna have to test it out again, or for the next video rather. Okay, spatial photos, Apple Pro RAW video recording. Okay, this one I like. Actually the 15 Pro can record in Dolby Vision, 24 fps, 25, 30. Okay, I take that back. Yeah, 15 Pro can record in Dolby Vision, but up to 60 fps. In 16 Pro, Dolby Vision up to 120 fps in Fusion though. So I'm gonna have to test that. Also in 4K, 1080p Dolby Vision up to 120. Okay, that's the same. Pretty much is, you know, just different resolution. Cinematic mode, the same. Yeah, they're very, very similar. If you have the 15 Pro, you don't want to maximize, probably like an Apple AI would. Actually, the 15 Pro will have the Apple AI as well. So in my opinion, if you don't really are maximizing the like photography, video, 4K video, Dolby Vision at 120 FPS, there's not really a compelling reason to upgrade to the 16 Pro. I'm just upgrading because I want to, you know, for you guys, I want to unbox this and test it out basically. But for the most part, you're pretty good with the 15 Pro. You don't need to upgrade, to be honest with you, unless again those features that you really need, or you want to flex basically. You know, you want to flex. Oh, ow, my god. Fuck.
Stop it. Get some help.
We're just gonna have to wait for this, and we'll see. We'll be right back.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so almost done with the software update right here, but before I forget, we need to talk about battery difference between the 15 Pro and the 16 Pro. So 16 Pro has a bigger battery capacity. It, for video playback, it can play up to 27 hours compared to 15 Pro's 23 hours. So that's 4 hours extra. I don't know if you can be watching videos all day and not charge, but that's good to have. Streaming, 16 Pro is only 22 hours if you're going to be streaming, because I guess it's going to be using a lot more power for CPU and the wireless and all that stuff. Well, as opposed to, compared to iPhone 15 Pro of up to 20 hours only. 2 hours difference. Audio playback, there's 10 hours difference. 16 Pro up to 85 hours and 15 Pro up to 75 hours. Fast charging, they're both up to 50% charging in 30 minutes. About 20 watt adapter. The only difference, higher paired with MagSafe charger. I don't really know how much difference that would mean in real world application. Anyways, sensor, LiDAR, they both have LiDAR detector, pretty much the same sensors. SIM card, both have eSIM. So that's pretty much the same. Connector, both have USB 3, USB-C, USB 3 version, up to 10 gigabytes per second. And I think I missed something. Hold on. Yes, main difference, Siri. Because the iPhone 16 Pro is going to have the Apple Intelligence or the Apple AI, it's going to be a lot smarter than the 15 Pro, because apparently Siri, well, it is. Siri on the 15 Pro and the previous versions has been really, really dumb. So they're claiming the Apple Siri is going to be improved a lot. Is it Siri 2.0 or something? Do they call it Siri 2.0? But because of the AI, which is also can be a downside, because that would mean your privacy, the AI, Apple is going to get all that. But they're claiming it's protected by the strongest privacy of any intelligent assistant. Apple has always been selling privacy and security. That's their main selling point. That's why they're selling overpriced devices, but with the Apple AI as well, so they're getting a good balance of making Siri smarter, also using ChatGPT, by the way, with their own Apple AI integrated to it, which is really, really exciting, in my opinion, compared to the dumb Siri here. But that remains to be seen once, probably next month and stuff, once, Apple AI is fully integrated in the 16 Pro, then we're gonna have to do a testing on that comparison. So yeah, I'm pretty much excited for this Apple AI Siri version compared to the old dumb Siri. Also, I want to test out the Bluetooth connection on the 16 Pro compared to the 15 Pro, because this has been annoying me for years, the Bluetooth connection. Even with the AirPods on, it's always intermittent, even with the car. Initially, I thought, okay, my AirPods is going bad because it gets cut off for a couple of seconds and then tries to come back, or it gets intermittent or stuttery, and then it's kind of like it gets out of sync, and then the audio tries to catch up to the actual playback. Now it fast forwards, so sometimes the pitch goes high because it's fast forwarding, or it becomes really like a chipmunk type of music, or kind of cutting off like that. In the car though, it's the same. So I thought the AirPods was bad. I went to the Apple store to get it checked. They said everything was good. Also the iPhone said everything was good, at least scanning the hardware wise, but there's clearly something wrong with the Bluetooth on the 15 Pro. I don't know, it's because of iPhone 18, or they've used a different Bluetooth hardware on it. Now we're going to be checking it on the 16 Pro, but that's going to be for later videos. Now we wait for it to be installed. What else is difference actually? Let's check Tom's guide right here. Oh yeah, one big difference actually also. The iPhone 16 Pro has supports up to Wi-Fi 7 compared to the 15 Pro, which is only up to Wi-Fi 6E. Now, is that big of a difference? Not really. There's not really much Wi-Fi 7 devices right now, but now that this supports Wi-Fi 7, we can compare it. Especially I have the U7 Pro, which also supports Wi-Fi 7. We can try to test that, and theoretically they said how much of a difference. Actually, we're gonna check on that. Let's check ChatGPT. Okay, here we go. According to ChatGPT, Wi-Fi 7 can theoretically reach speeds up to 46 gigabits per second, while 6E is around 9.6 That's a massive difference. But these are theoretical max, like peak speeds, right? Latency, Wi-Fi 7 improved features like multi-link operation, MLO, okay, which allows devices to connect using multiple bands at the same time. So, you know, not just 6 gigahertz, it will also connect 5 gigahertz and 2.4. That's good. Actually, it will be better for latency. Channel width, Wi-Fi 7 supports wider channels up to 320 megahertz compared to 160 of the 6E. Capacity improves upon features OFDMA. It's orthogonal frequency division multilax. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to research on that. Allowing better handling multiple devices, reducing congestion in crowded environments. So that one, it's kind of hard to test unless you really are maxing out with all the devices. I don't think I'm even near that. Enhanced bandwidth. So overall, 6E already offers excellent performance, but Wi-Fi 7 will deliver enhanced speeds. Yeah, 46 versus 9.6. That's a lot. You know, that's a big difference. Okay. I digress. Here it is right here. Wi-Fi 7. You can take a look at it. Now we go back here. Hello. Okay. Now setting up. I just felt this. Yep. I guess the A18 Pro chip is really running hard while installing it. This got warm right now. You know, we're not even charging. It's warm. It's not very hot, but it's warm. Okay, restoring from iCloud. Here we go. What else can we check on this one? I'm going to be checking this for later videos. But the color, I actually like the color in this. All right, so finally done. I was able to finally update everything, but right now it's installing all the apps I have right here. I wanted to run a quick Geekbench comparison for these two. So I guess let's wait for these apps to run, I guess. Alright, so after 2 hours of staring the phone, updating and stuff, we're finally almost done right here, but we got the Geekbench. So we are going to do a quick comparison of the Geekbench performance for CPU and GPU, I guess. Let's do CPU benchmarks right now. So the right one is iPhone 16 Pro and the left is the iPhone 15 Pro. Here we go. Both have iOS 18.1. CPU benchmark run at the same time. Let's go. Probably might zoom in a little bit so you guys can see both, but here we go. Okay, weird thing. The iPhone 15 Pro finished like a split second or two. Single core says 2837 on first try, and the 16 Pro is 2806. Multi-core is also a bit less on the 16 Pro at 6224, while 15 Pro is 6937. I think it has to do with it's still installing a few apps on the 16 Pro. So I guess we're gonna do a round 2 before we end this video and do a fair comparison, I guess, if I may. So we'll be right back. All right, I think the iPhone 16 Pro has finished installing all the apps for this one from the backup from my iCloud data. Let's do a round 2 CPU benchmark for both running at the same time. Here we go. Now we wait again. Okay, so round 2 has finished, and okay, so we are getting a better expected results right here. On the left is the iPhone 15 Pro again. It's at 2843 for single core, while the 16 Pro has 3144. And then multi-core on the 15 Pro is 6902, while on the 16 Pro is 7474. Or 7,474. So, yeah, that is a pretty good difference, you know, performance-wise with single core. Now let's check on the multi-core comparison right here. It does have different iPhone multi-core. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. They don't have the same, I guess, lineup of testing. But anyways, multi-core, we're gonna check GPU this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Run. We're gonna have to wait for that again. Okay, so GPU results finally done right here. On the iPhone 15 Pro, it's 28,346, while on the 16 Pro, it's 32,229. So, yep, there's a pretty good increase there in performance. Both have iOS 18.1, by the way. I'm running the beta version and all. So, In all, the A18 Pro is, yeah, I guess it's right on the money with 15% increase in the performance over the A17 while having 20% more efficient. That's probably why this is faster, because it's more efficient, I would say. But that's it for this video. I'm going to be testing this out more on the comparison, especially the Bluetooth camera and all that for the next videos. But this is Lars, and thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and like the video.